Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Storm King here. If I were to tell you about one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever had at school, it isn't, it wasn't my Achilles heel of classes. It also wasn't my, um, toxic friend group either. It was, the bus incident. The worst part of seventh grade was horrible in its entirety, but the bus incident, it takes the cake for the worst. Now, if I were to tell you, um, so a while ago, before I did YouTube, grew my hair long, I was a huge wuss. I was brittle as a wine glass in a children's cartoon. I could not handle anything well. Not confrontation, not simple defending, uh, anything like that. So so I was also afraid of heights. I'm afraid of a lot of stuff. I used to be afraid of a lot of stuff, really. Um, so we had to do a drill where we have to, hop off the bus. Um, I cannot do it. It was so high. I cannot hop off the bus to save me at all. It was by far one of the hardest things. I I barely even did it by myself. I had to use some help to get me there, but that wasn't like the roughest part, right? So the way we first started off was we did a test run about a few weeks or a month before. I can't remember when. Um, where the whole thing was um we had to hop off the bus, get back on, stuff like that. um I couldn't do it. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't do it. This other girl, she couldn't even hear anything. She had her headphones in. Our bus driver, I did not like her. The first bus driver that lasted like 4 or 5 days, she was okay. The second bus driver, nope, absolutely not. She was, she was doing her job for the most part, but she said she didn't do it for the money. She did not like me. I didn't think she liked me at all. um so I had to stay in the bus, with shame and all that. And then about a few weeks, maybe a month goes by. It's still snowing on the ground. It was still snowing, so I'm pretty sure it was still, somewhat recent. No, somewhat recent to the last time I did it. So it was just horrible, all that. So the hardest part was yeah. So let me see if I can remember correctly. Yeah, so we were just going to the high school, right? We were going to the high school not too far from where I live. Um I didn't even notice what was going on until I saw what was going on. I immediately knew what kind of drill we were doing, and I just could not do it. Like, yeah, so I don't lack that much willpower now. I don't have as much fear as I used to. Obviously, I did that. I did the drill actually, in ninth grade when I grew a backbone and stopped being everybody's a little pushover. Like, nobody saw that coming. Right? All my toxic friends, they didn't see me. They didn't see me evolve from a little pushover to someone who just didn't want to take shit anymore. That's a whole different story. Even if I'm allowed to tell it, I will tell it way later. So anyway, yeah, so it all happened on that day we were in high school, and I said I can't do it. And all the children behind me, they're saying we're burning and all that. Yeah, I just couldn't do it. And someone had to come over there and help me and all that. And then I got back on. My bus driver, she flipped her shit harder than a cartoon dad flipping a pancake in a fucking frying pan. She flipped her shit so hard. I cried for a solid 3 hours after we were done with that. Yeah, I used to be a big crybaby too. I'll be honest with you. Um, so that all happened. Then you know, she basically said I was an embarrassment. Ouch, I guess. If If present me was in that situation, I would have not let that shit slide at all. Um, Obviously. Then we got driven home, and then I kind of walked out, and I started crying all that. Yeah, so I was just sitting in the car for a little bit, trying not to. Well, I was crying for my dad. I'll be honest with you. And then one of my people that ride the bus with me, she walks up to the car that I was in, and then I roll down my window, all classic like. I did not have those type of car windows. I pressed the button, but this movement looks cooler. Anyway, so yeah, she told my dad all about the thing because I couldn't speak a word, and then we had a whole conversation with the bus driver on the phone. Yeah, so every day since that, I took a car ride for the rest of middle school. Yeah, yeah. So I was very grateful for my dad for doing that. But you know what? We were not done there, right? Well, no. Well, no. Like the situation ended there, but I still got many stories to tell. So I told the people at school what happened. They were all inside with me. One of the other people that was on the bus, they also said she had no reason for her to be she had no reason to be that angry at you. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. I was actually happy that a lot of people were on my side in that situation. Um, yeah. Out of all the seventh grade stories I could tell, this is the one that I could tell the most of. Yeah. So just thought I'd tell you about the bus incident. I'm Storm King, and as always, stay electric.